Hey everybody, we're going to try this again. So, taking a nice little morning walk along the river trail down here in West Norrington. Thought I'd take you guys with me. There's some historical buildings down here that I wanted to show you and see if anybody wanted to get in on it. So I'm going to push you around. Out toward Conshohocken, Norristown, and Philadelphia. But again, this is the old Pennsylvania Railroad. That's heading back toward Philly. And this is heading back toward Phoenixville right here. So our first building that we're going to check out is right up here. So let me give you a little history on this area that we're at right now. So this entire area down here, we're off the 422 bridges, and what back in the later 1800s was the Bettswood Movie Studio. It was opened by a man named Mr. Lubin, and this area was actually more technologically advanced than its counterpart in Hollywood. His movies were made famous. He did all the black and white cowboy movies, and also he also had an area where he did beach scenes. He had animals, and basically back by the buildings, which are to the left of me, he had a house which is called the Cowboy House, and he used to own he hired actual cowboys as actors. So these are gritty guys that he got from pretty much your western states and everything, and they all kind of stayed out in their own little area. Well, of course the movie theater is shut down now, so at this point there are still two buildings remaining from the original studio, and I'm going to show you them. They're about 1,000 yards up here, but the Pennsylvania Railroad used to come right here. So whenever he had his actors come in, he had a train station that was right at his movie studio. Train station's long gone now, but of course the actors and the actresses would get dropped off there, and he had a little house where they used to stay that was right next to his production buildings. So it's self-contained. One of the things that he was advanced compared to his counterpart out in Hollywood is he produced his own electricity, his own steam. He had a steam house here, which he was able to produce all of his own stuff. Now this area was divided up into Farm 1 and Farm 2. Up at the top of the hill, which is up here, that was all Farm 2 up around that way, and his old mansion used to be up there too. That's all torn out now. However, the only thing remains of his mansion is a barn. It still remains, but it's been converted over to, familiar with West Norrington, part of that Farm 2 across the street on 422, where the Giant and the Panera Bread and everything is at. That's where he used to keep his animals on his farms. And he used to have his animals come in by boat and also the railroad as well, because everything was conveniently right here. So, like I said, I'm going to show you that what's left of his movie studio on this nice April morning. And I hope you guys enjoy it. The area we're at is the Riverview Landing Apartments, and also the lofts. They're all down here in this area, and again, he used to all be part of his movie studio, the Bettswood Movie Studio. It looks like we have security coming up in front of us too. There's actually a car on the trail. This trail is pretty much the only way you can get in and out. The president and everybody had mentioned that all the trails and the national parks and everything would remain open, which Valley Forge is pretty much nationally known as one of the best places to go hiking and walking because of all the trails and everything they have. You're allowed to still walk on them. The only problem is they shut down every parking lot, so nobody can park anywhere. So you really can't get anywhere in there. So a park that should be getting utilized on a regular basis isn't getting utilized. And they're not letting you park on the side of the road either. And he's patrolling the roadways. So up here on the left you see the buildings that I'm coming to, these two tan buildings. These are the only two buildings left of the Bettswood movie studio here. They have them locked up. There were offices in there long before I moved into the area, but they haven't been getting used now. If you do come into this area, there's a brick building that almost matches these buildings in front of it. That was built long after. Lubin ended up selling his corporation off to Wolf Studios. He just ran out of money. People aren't going after his movies anymore. And this place completely closed up in 1922. So in 2 more years, this area is going to be over 100 years old. But I believe the 2 buildings that are left are his prop building, which is one of these 2 guys right here. So a little bit of Hollywood history for you. And they're pretty much all hollowed out too. And they are historically marked too. They've got a marker up here. So I'll show you that as well. Morning.
Hi. Good morning.
So again, these are the buildings that are left from the original studio. And again, we're just going on a little nature walk. Ew, what was that? Phone just cocked out on me. Well, I'll show you the marker of this area too. I see I got one person on. How you doing, Alex? How are you? So in case you didn't hear from the beginning, I'm just going for a little walk this morning. Decided to bring you guys with me, and I'm showing some historical places along this area. I'm in West Norrington, which is across the river from King of Prussia, Upper Merion. This whole area that I actually live out on my apartment side used to be a ew. Sorry about that, my thing keeps messing up on me here. But here's the historical marker. Bettswood Motion Pictures, what's going on here? If you want to read that real quick, hold on. There we go. I'm going to show you the other building here. Again, there's only 2 buildings left from his original movie studio, which is the one I just showed you in this one. One is to believe where he used to hold all of his props for his studio. Some technical difficulties here. Smells like onion over here. All right, you're done. So this is all part of his area here. Straight across there is the Schuylkill River Trail. And then that's the old Reading Railroad over there, the old Reading line, which is now owned by Norfolk Southern. And these are the 422 bridges right here. And if you can see that tan building right there, I believe that might have been one of his locks where he used to be able to flood this up. Now the Schuylkill River, this used to have locks on it for ships to go up and down for cargo here. There's what's left of an old dam up the river here a little bit. It's called Catfish Dam. But here will be the far right side of the, or the west side of the one of his buildings here.